Here we go. 180.
Check. 53. Check, 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 check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check it back. Check it back.
21. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing on 3rd down. That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Wentz to throw. It's complete. It's Sproles. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
82.
On first down, Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Mike 59.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo.
Here we go. 180! Lock!
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the... And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, let's get this.
Running with Howard. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Sunday.
Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. Garoppolo now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo now. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
11.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Garrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking for more than
ball. 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I got one.
Hey, Charlie.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here comes Pettis on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 13, 13, 12. Hey, wahoo!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Hey, alert! Hey, exit!
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1, Omaha. Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo on first down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
2-Jet. 59 Mike, check, 59.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. 59, Mike to 59. They're not ready for this, man.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Fletcher Cox, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
13.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Garoppolo again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off near his own 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Hey, orbit. 11.
47's the mic.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, 49ers.
21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
At the 26-yard line.
Waiting. Hey, empty.
On play action, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz going to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. 87 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
5'9".
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
One, Omaha.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hey, let's go.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Check 13.
11, 11, 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Draw play. This is Sproles. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. And once again, they go with Sproles. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Sproles. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Back to throw. Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
White. I got you. Hey, box drop.
To throw is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Team 6. Hey, gun.
To throw is Garoppolo. Now right to Bourne. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Go.
51's the mic. You. Check 99. Check safety.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now second and 6.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, 49ers.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you.